This is The Tea Mind with me, Erica Moore. It's a space to slow down, step out of the noise and see things a little more clearly. Some episodes are conversations about the moment that clicked and what changed afterwards. Others are shorter clarity sessions, just a few minutes to come back to yourself and think clearly in the middle of a full day. Because when the usual pace stops working and everything starts to feel a little unclear, the answer isn't more input, it's creating a moment to see what is already there. And at the end, I'll share a simple tea ritual that you can try yourself. Welcome back to this solo episode. If your mind's been circling some decision for days or even weeks, maybe it's something that's just waking you up in the middle of the night going round and round and round, then this episode is for you. Maybe it's a message that you've not sent yet or a direction that you already know you want but you're just not sure on the decision. Or maybe it's some sort of boundary that you keep renegotiating with yourself. Or it might be smaller than that but still feel really heavy. So before we begin, the aim of this Pause for Tea is to really learn to build presence in our everyday and to lean into this moment. And tea is a wonderful vehicle for that. We're not trying to solve everything, just to be in this moment, which is where the magic actually happens. So today I'm drinking Life's a Peach, which is a flavoured black tea with loads of colourful blossoms and really lovely rich Ceylon tea leaves. And as the leaves brew, the colour just slowly gets darkened. So I invite you to brew any tea that you are drawn to today. And just pay attention to all your senses as you brew it, noticing the smells and the warmth of the cup. And to me, this tea represents fun to me. I've had it ever since I started my tea business Etiquette 17 and a half years ago. And it's just a really fun tea. It allows me to just take the weight off for a few moments and get a little bit more perspective. So I wonder what tea you are drawn to today. And I wonder how your tea will make you feel. So just get curious to that as you go about your day. And I wonder why you're drawn to a particular tea. Maybe it's you are looking for a little bit more calm or a bit more clarity. Maybe it's more fun or just a little reason to stop moving for a few moments. So let's pause with our tea together as we just become present in this moment, allowing the warmth of the cup to just be enough as you unwind your shoulders, relaxing them a little bit more, getting ready to sip slowly as we ease gently into the next breath. And just taking a deep breath in, noticing the cup in your hands if you are following along, or just imagining if you are listening. Notice its temperature and the slight weight of it. Notice any sounds that you can hear. Maybe it's the soft setting down of the cup onto your table. And then take a slow sip of your tea, just becoming aware of the first taste that you notice. And then the aftertaste as it arrives a moment later. And notice how you can relax a little bit more just by breathing in and following your tea. Just arriving in this moment without forcing yourself to relax or to change. Your body already knows how to pause when it's allowed to. And for a moment, just park any presence that can wait for now, any pressure that you feel. Whether it's pressure to do more, to explain yourself perfectly, or to make the correct choice. And currently we're in the season of spring, which is a way of speeding everything up. Everything seems to be in a big whirlwind of activity again. And there's loads of ideas, endless options, perhaps more energy, but with that can also come some more mental noise. And sometimes we mistake more thinking for more clarity, but they're not always the same thing. And when you're stuck in that loop of constant decision making and overthinking, It can be really, really exhausting visiting that same choice without actually knowing the right answer, without having certainty, and just constantly thinking without taking any action. And that thinking space can often keep us really safe from making the wrong decision or facing some sort of discomfort or regret even, which is why we can often really struggle to reach a decision, because there's no guarantee that it will work out. So as we're pausing for tea today, perhaps we need to start thinking a little bit differently. Instead of trying to predict the outcome with our crystal ball, which doesn't work, instead we can try and tune into how we feel in this moment and notice whether the decision you are making feels right. So as you continue sipping your tea, just noticing the warmth in your chest as you swallow. And notice how the tea never rushes you. It steeps in its own time. A bit like clarity. The decision that keeps circling round and round in your mind might not actually need more thinking or more dialogue in your head. Sometimes you already know. So as you sit with your tea and breathe in now, just notice what choice you would make if you didn't have to justify it to anyone. And notice whether the decision energizes you or drains you. Just be aware what comes up for you. And notice your first answer. Notice how that feels. Just play around with it, have some fun with it. So when you're pausing for tea this week, I really encourage you to sit with decisions and notice how they feel and then act on it. And when you start to exhale and relax, you'll know that you've found a decision worth making, regardless of the actual outcome. So as you take a few more sips of your tea, notice the warmth that remains in your cup. Perhaps the aroma has softened a little bit. Notice the way that the tea has changed as it cools a little bit. And you don't need to keep spending energy proving a decision once you've already made it. That energy is better spent on taking action or protecting your attention or your peace of mind. So as you enjoy your pauses for tea throughout this week, I invite you to protect your energy by refusing to reopen decisions that you've already made and feel good about. So take action from that place and trust yourself to be okay with uncertainty. If something in this episode stayed with you, don't try to change everything all at once. Just start with a moment. Make some tea, let it steep, take a breath, and notice what's actually there. And from there, choose whatever matters next for you. This is the Tea Mind. From presence to clarity, so you can live with intention.